The game has changed, hasn't it? After our first week, or here we're at our first week of 2023, and we look back on these last couple of years, and I think it's changed for many of us in many different ways, whether it's personally, professionally, health-wise. I personally went through some things where I've lost some really close friends, family members that we weren't expecting to lose, and it's just we've gone through some tough stuff. Not to mention the pandemic, the political upheaval or turmoil that we have, and just the many pivots that many of us have taken, again, personally, professionally, whatever, you name it. So we've been through some tough times, and I have a word of encouragement for you today. We're standing on this first week, this doorstep of 2023, that things are going to get better, but the game has changed, and we need to adapt and make a few changes. So I want to encourage you with these little tips or words of advice. So I hope you receive that coming from a friend. This is Victor, just as your friend, just saying, hey, there's a few things we need to change. We need to make adjustments in our life because the game of life, the game of fitness, the game of achieving greater success, rising higher has changed. Number one, I think is a big thing we all need is community. We need each other. We can't go it alone. I think before we could sort of, set out on that journey and, we're going to figure it out. But you guys, times are tough. We need each other. No matter what you're trying to accomplish, you're trying to achieve, don't go it alone. Find your tribe, find your people, lean on each other because we need each other. I think the mental health aspect right now that is near and dear to my heart, that I think a lot of us are going through that challenging time where we need to keep our head on straight. We need to keep feeding us really good, positive insights and wisdom in between our ears. That's going to keep us in the game. So we need each other, lean on each other, be there for each other. Find your tribe, everybody. Find your tribe. And I hope being in this tribe, I'm going to encourage you to keep going and keep inspiring and be the best person you can be. Number two, believe greater. I think we need to believe, have that more of a positive outlook, a greater attitude. And I know it's so simple. We've heard this, especially for those of us that have been around the block a few times. Your attitude will determine your altitude. As corny as you think that is, or as corny as it sounds, that is so true. What are you believing in? What are you focusing on? What are you setting your eyesight on every single day? Believe greater, believe more, believe in yourself more, that you can go higher, further, faster. Number three, fail forward. We have to build resiliency in our lives. Okay, the definition of resiliency, one of my favorite words these last couple of years, but it means the ability to become strong, healthy, or successful after something bad happens. Getting up after we've fallen down. And it might take a few times, but getting back in the race, going back after it again. If there's one thing that I love to sort of, plant my flag in the ground with, it's being resilient, failing forward, getting up and going again. Because as you know, I've had my fair share of failures and I've done a lot of stuff the wrong way. But it's getting up, learning my lesson, and then going back out and trying to do it the right way, and winning at whatever I put my mind to. So as you embark on this new year, 2023, I want you to think about these things. Number one, find your community. Don't go alone. Find your tribe. Okay? Believe greater, whether it's in what you're trying to do or even in yourself. Believe in yourself greater, and then fail forward. We're going to take 2 steps forward and then 3 steps back. We're going to fail. We got to get back up. But you know what? It's the journey. We learn in the journey. All right, Team Victory. Go out and get them. 2023. I really want this to be your best one yet.